Hi, this is Carrie from Scrapyard Chicks. I just wanted to show you what our project is for the week. It's this really fun book of recipe pockets. So we're going to hand fold these. I used a really fun paper line by Kaiser Craft, which has just got some great prints and stuff on it, some great cutout pieces. I used some little sticker letters, some ribbon, you know, all the good stuff. So these are all hand folded, and this will fit a 4x6 recipe card in there. And then I also did a couple little custom recipe cards. So as you can see, it's just a really fun project. I did 12 pockets. You could definitely do more. You could do less, however you wanted to do it. If you are one of our subscribers, you just want to stay tuned, and we'll go through the step-by-step directions of how to fold these pockets and how to put together this really fun project. If you're not one of our subscribers, but you would like to be, just go ahead and visit our website at scrapyardchicks.com and click on the monthly subscriptions, and it's got all the information that you need to get this and all kinds of a fun project every week. This is Carrie from Scrapyard Chicks, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Okay, so to get started with our pockets, what we're going to do is you're going to take a 12 by 12 piece of paper and you're going to cut two pieces that are 9.5 by 6. Now what you want to do, if you have a paper that's a directional paper like this, you want to cut your 9.5 as your length, and then you want to cut your 6 as the width. The reason is because the pockets are going to fold like this, and we're going to put our recipes in the sides, and we want to make sure our pattern is going the correct way. So you're going to go ahead and cut two pieces that are 9.5 by 6, and we're going to use each side of our paper so we end up seeing both of the patterns. And then you're going to cut two small pieces that are 2 by 4.5, and you can cut that out of your scraps, and that's what we're going to bind our pocket together with. So we're going to start out with one of our pieces. So we've got, this is our 9.5 by 6. We're going to go ahead and put this into our score pal. We're going to score this at 2.5, and then we're going to score this again at 2.5, and we're going to score it again at 7. So basically 2.5 inches from each edge. And then what you can do is you're just going to go ahead and fold those ends in, and you should end up with about a 1/2 inch overlap. Just like that. You can go ahead and ink up your edges at this point if you want to. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on one of the flaps. And then they're just going to overlap a 1/2 inch like that. So you end up with a tube at this point that looks like this. Just take your folder and you can kind of score those edges down. And then what we've got is we've got our little piece of scrap paper, or scrap, that is 4.5 by 2. Sorry. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to score that in down the center. And we're going to fold that like this. So this one where we've got the pattern, we want the other side, and we're gonna bind our envelope close. Now these envelopes are 6 inches wide. I wanted to put in full-size photos or recipe cards that are 4 by 6. So what I want to do is I want to extend the end of my envelope just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on each of those long edges of my strip, and this is a great little trick that you can do. I want to make my pocket, which is 6 inches, I want to make it 6.5. So I'm gonna extend this out a little bit. So what you can do is you can go ahead and put that strip in the edge of your score pal right here, and then you can just line up the edge of your pocket right there to the 6.5, so you know how far over that you need to overlap that. So then that's what we end up with, is a great looking little pocket like that. Now the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to just punch out a little half circle thumb pole. And so what we want to do is mark, you want to mark halfway. The pocket is 4.5, so you want to mark it at 2 1/4. And I'm just going to use a 1.5 inch circle punch. You could use almost any size that you like. I'm just going to reach in there, and I'm just going to punch that out. Just like that. So that I end up with, so I can see both sides of my pocket. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of high on the camera there. Anyway, so that is basically our pocket construction. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and repeat this for all of your pockets. And I've already done mine, so you end up with, I used 6 pieces of paper, so I ended up with 12 different pockets. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just measure up 1 inch and down 1 inch. I'm going to punch holes in about a 1/2 inch from the edge. And then I'm going to go ahead and bind that with rings. And then I'll be back to show you about how we're going to do our tags and everything to insert inside our pockets. So what you can do is take the rest of your paper now, go ahead and cut that down to 6 by 9.5, and go ahead and fold up your pockets. Okay, so we've completed our pockets. Then what I did is I went through and I cut out 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 pieces of cardstock, and there's 12 pockets, so you need 12 pieces total. I used 4 colors. That way I used 1 sheet of each color, and then I just clipped the corners to make these into tags. I went through my scraps and I punched out a 3/4 inch circle and just added that on there for reinforcement, and then you can put 1 tag into each one of your pockets and then tie some ribbon on there. Look how cute that is. And then in addition to that, what I did is I went through and I cut out from my sheet of embellishments. You might have stickers or something. With this particular paper line, it came with a great sheet of cutouts. I went through and cut just one thing out for each page, and then I used some little sticker letters and I just labeled each one of my little sections. And then you can just kind of go through and kind of choose whatever that you like. And then in addition to that, this paper line has these really cute strips that you cut off. That's actually the pricing strip. And on the other side, they've made these really cute little prints on there, which are great to embellish your recipe cards. So I like to print my recipe cards on, most of my recipes I find online. So you can print them as a 4x6, print them out, and then you can just add a little strip over here as an embellishment. It just makes it really fun. And you can just go ahead and you can just kind of see how fun this is. We just did, like I said, yellow cardstock. I used Kraft. I used watermelon red, and then I used Hillary green. Just kind of a really fun way to do this great little recipe pockets book. So you can just kind of see how this came out when it's all finished. So you've got your pockets, you bind them together, you've got your 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 tags that go inside your pockets. And then on the cover, I just did, out of my scraps, I made a tag and I used one of my little cutouts and I did favorite recipes for my title. And then you can just tie the rest of your ribbon and stuff. And if you have any extra little pieces from your cutout sheet, you can just tie those onto your rings. And you've got a great little recipe book. It'd be a great gift for somebody. I know it's that season where there's bridal showers and Mother's Day and all sorts of fun things, graduations coming up. So anyway, so this is our project for the week, and I will see you next week. Thanks.